Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome back.
We're back to do another review for The Curse of Oak Island. This is season 8, episode 14.
Yep,
Right?
I
14?
think you're right. I don't know, there's too many of them, but who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all, whatever.
They're all the
Anyways,
same every week
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, a little bit more gets discovered, but really, like,
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little more, but not much at the same time. Like, a little bit, every episode seems to be very repetitive. Dealing with this one, that starts out with the eye bolts, I guess they call them, and what was the guy's father's name?
Fred. It was Fred.
I forget what his last name was.
Yeah, but
Anyways, the guy's father,
he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He passed away a long time ago. So apparently when he was on the island, he was doing all this excavating in the swamp, and he was finding all these eye bolts, and he found multiple eye bolts. So they found one, and this saying my father found many of these, and they brought him to what's his name, Carmen Lay, the local blacksmith, and he said they were from anywhere from, was it 1600, 1620 to 1700, 1760, something like that.
Yeah.
So he thinks they're from a boat. It was like a mooring or whatever. But that's just what he thinks it's from. Is it? But they don't really know. So that was kind of cool. They should find something in large in size in the swamp area, and they continue to find more rocks for that pathway, road, whatever you want to call it.
Apparently. I don't know. It's just weird to me how whoever was there, like, what was the main purpose of building this? I mean, they were saying there's a numerous amount of theories as to what this road could be.
Yeah.
They're saying it could lead to the money pit. They're saying they think it might have been used for dragging heavy treasures off the swamp. So like they showed a picture of it. So it's like you have the dock, right, and then basically you have the stone road. Then they use those the things that they were bought to the blacksmith, whatever it's called, the eye.
The eye roll.
Yeah, and basically they would have to like drag it up by hand.
Oh yeah, they had a whole bunch of it. They showed us like a graphic. It wasn't like an actual. It was like a graphic. Showed like a bunch of these eyebolts going up next to the roadway with a chain running to it. So then they would pull on that, and it would help pull these items. Like if they placed them on something, pull them long distance very easily using these things. But again, that was just a theory.
Yeah, but they don't exactly know, because I mean, even though, because I guess throughout history there was things like that did well. Obviously, back then there was no machines or cars, but throughout history there was things like that. They would build these type of things to get heavy items up from one road or one place to another like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Maybe that's what it was used for. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, they're still digging it up. They give archaeologists say digging, but it's taking them forever because they have to do it slowly to make sure that they actually get what the actual pathway, roadway, whatever you want to call it, what it actually looks like. So if they just go tearing into it, it's going to ruin it. So it's taking them a while to figure this out.
But they discovered while the archaeologists were digging. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that we're digging where this road goes. They noticed it changes direction, so like it turns right, and then they basically said it could be leading to the money pit.
Yeah.
But they're not exactly sure, because obviously they're still digging it up and still trying to get confirmation if it's true or not. But I mean, if it is true and it is heading there, maybe they could finally find what legend has been talking about for decades.
Yeah, they said that the money pit. I think it's finally called the money pit. But they haven't found any pit, and they haven't found any money. But yet they call it the money pit.
Yeah, they haven't found any treasure.
So
nothing.
They would found some more wood. They were doing these some more test holes, and they found more wood. And they think they found like the wall.
The Templar shaft.
Yeah, of a shaft. But then they found a map from, I forget which guy it was. map from the 1850s or something, and
Yeah, that was when they were in the war room,
yeah,
right? Talking
yeah,
about it.
when they had a meeting in the war room, like this was a big deal, and they thought that now they think the money pit is to the west of where they thought it originally was, not to the east. So they think maybe they were wasting their time drilling. So now they're gonna drill in both places and see if anything is it's to the west or not.
Yeah.
But according to the preview, it looks like they found something of significance. But the previews always look really good, so we don't know yet until next week what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, but they did find a lot more wood stuff, with things cut out of it, and it looks like somebody was obviously made it was, they say, like 150 feet down on the ground. I don't know how these people did that. It's pretty amazing. They would do that by hand just with shovels, dig that deep. I just don't know what they're gonna do. When and if it comes down to dig deeper down to if they find evidence that there's tunnels, like what are they? Because right now they've only been digging these little tiny holes. So what are they gonna do if they find a lot of wood 150 feet down? They can bring in the excavators and dig a really wide hole and dig it really deep. I don't know how that would be dangerous.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to if that's what it's come down to. Because I think we said this during the last couple of reviews is that because of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, it's very hard right now to bring in equipment from Nova Scotia to Oak Island. So they basically have to do everything by what they just have until I guess the restrictions are sort of lifted.
They can't bring in certain companies that are not able to get into there because of the restrictions. So they're doing what they can, which unfortunately is going to make us have to wait even longer. What else happened today? What was the
then they were
excavating that guy's house where his house was.
Yeah, and they found it was this thing attached to Gary Drayden, I think the most popular character on the show.
Gary's been his metal detector.
Yeah, he found it says patent on it. I think
Patent.
And he believes it might be from a musket, like on the side of a musket. But I mean, obviously there's no confirmation or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to send to get tested or to get looked at or whatever. He has a patent, clearly it's a patent, so back then, at that time, I guess they started putting these things on their weapons so they would have record it was their design or whatever. So, why they put patent on it. So maybe they can go by historical records if it says patent, who would have written in that style font or design or whatever.
Because, I mean, I don't think back then there was like gun manufacturing company. I don't think there were companies like that around.
Yeah.
So this person had to have either made it and just wrote the word on it, or bought it from a blacksmith that had a shop called that name. Who knows?
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. So, but I think that was pretty much it. You had the swamp digging up more pathway with the rocks, whatever, and then you had the drilling from them thinking that they were in the wrong location for the money pit, and the digging up. I forget the guy's name was where his home was. So these three things are going on right now. But I think the biggest thing is the money pit and the pathway and where the swamp is. So they still believe that maybe there was a ship there that was buried or burnt or whatever. So we'll have to wait next week and see if we found any more information. And I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
If you guys like this video, have any thoughts or concerns? Not concern.
What?
Any thoughts?
Concerns? What concerns?
It's late. Any thoughts or comments?
Concerns?
All right, we could just...
I don't think there's any concerns.
No, we're concerned. All right, we're concerned that this show is not going to actually show us anything if we keep watching it.
Oh boy!
Yeah, there you go. Hey, so yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
Until next time.